So as social workers, we're taught to always see the human worth and dignity in every single person. And this is actually something I've been practicing since I was a teenager. And I want to share a quick little excerpt from my book, which led me to this realization at such a young age. It was surreal to live in a world where many people thought me, because I was gay, to be an abomination or biological defect, condemned to damnation. Or that I was politically trying to ruin the sanctity of marriage with my hedonist ways, which would cause America to fall into the clutches of communism. I'm not exaggerating here. Numerous people of various ages said this to me in complete seriousness. All the while, I had never even held hands with another boy, and the very people who accused me of the devilry were those unknowingly making my life a living hell. If people were so wrong about me, and gay people in general, then what other staunch convictions could they be mistaken about? I began to question the validity of everything. And it's that questioning at such a young age that led me into becoming a therapist and going into social work, and ultimately taught me how to unconditionally love. By questioning all of the discriminatory narratives that led me to feel like an outcast and me not wanting other people to feel discriminated against, to feel separated from, I always sought to see the human worth and dignity that exists in every single person, no matter where they land on any religious, political, cultural, etc. spectrum, any spectrum of diversity. There's always that human worth, there's always that human dignity to find, and I think that's often what's lost in these conversations and these narratives that are often, especially right now in America, being spread by political figures, by religious figures, social media influencers, you name it. And honestly, this is not an issue unique to America. It's happening all around the world right now. And it's always existed. It's part of our human nation. It's part of our human nature to fear the unknown and feel a resistance to anything that is outside the familiar. And so this is simply my invitation to, anytime you feel that discomfort to some aspect of diversity or someone that's different than you, to lean into that feeling and to get curious. When I was in college years ago, the first round of college, we had a an activity where we had to go group up with the person in the room that made us feel the most uncomfortable. So the assignment was pick the person in the room that made you feel most uncomfortable and go have a conversation with them and get to know them. Well, one, that was a little insulting, seeing who was going to come up to you. But ultimately, you ended up becoming friends with that person. And what's interesting is normally what would happen in those situations, if you're in a classroom, I think that it was either with a class of maybe 40 people in that situation, you probably would have never even had a conversation with that person. You might have avoided them. All the while having that conversation with the person that made you feel most uncomfortable, when you actually get to the heart of the humanity, you end up becoming friends 9 times out of 10. And so I just wanted to share this little nugget with you. And this is how I practice unconditional love on a daily basis, by seeing the human worth and dignity in every single person, even if they think I'm going to hell, even if they think I'm fucked up, even if they don't like me. It doesn't matter, because that human worth and dignity still exists within them. And it brings me peace internally to not hold judgments in my heart against any other person. And so if you think that you being kind and non-judgmental, non-discriminatory against other people is only for their benefit, it's actually for your benefit. And it's one of the leading things that can guide you to inner peace. If you want to learn more, I got my book here, Heart of Humanity.